Friday, 22nd October, will be remembered as Freedom Day. As we come out of the 6th lockdown. I don't know how long it's been, 2.5 months, 3 months, whatever shit. Before I just go through a few articles here, I want to tell you my experience this morning with my hairdresser, barber, sorry. I haven't had a haircut for like 6 months, and I called him a few days ago, asked him what he's doing. He says, yeah, we're back opened on Friday morning, 8 o'clock, but he said to me, get there a bit earlier. He'll be there earlier. So I thought, I'll get there 8:15, be the first one there. He actually works in a salon owned by a woman who has a sort of salon connected to a house, and he works there with her. Anyway, I log up there at 8:15, and oh, freaking hell. I parked my car, and there's 5 guys already there. 5 guys. Well, he was cutting one guy's hair. There was one guy, I think, sitting inside, because you can only have 5 people. So there was Frank, my barber, the woman who was cutting someone's hair, I'm not sure if it's female or male, and that's 4, and there was one guy sitting in there, because you can only have 5. But there was 5 guys outside. Oh, I said, fucking hell. I get a 1:45, and there's already 5 people. Anyway, I was going to film it, but I didn't. Actually, when I got my hair cut, I asked Frank, because I've spoken to him a few times about this in the last year and a half. I asked him if he'd been Vaselinated, and he says, I don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to offend anyone like you. We know what your thoughts are, and I don't want to offend anyone, so I'll just keep it to myself. I thought, well, that's good. That's how it should be. But anyway, supposedly, like it says here, hairdressers are open to vaccinated patrons. So, there was no questions asked. I just walked in, sat down, had my hair cut. I was supposed to sign the book, but I didn't even bother doing that. But and everyone there was wearing a mask bar me. Everyone. And there was a guy that I thought I knew from many years ago, and it was him. I came up to him after about 10-15 minutes, and I didn't recognise him because he had a mask on, but I thought it was him, and it was him. And I got this wrong, because I actually thought you didn't have to wear masks anymore outside as of today. But it's not right. It's, as I'll get to in a minute, it's when we get 80% double dose, not 70%. So I just said to some guy at the start, why is everyone wearing a mask? And this guy said, oh, it's just a habit. I said, fucking habit? Yeah, Billy Field, Bad Habits. Remember that song? Then when I spoke to this guy that I knew, I didn't want to sort of get involved with talking about vaccines and shit, but I said to him, why are you wearing a mask? And what did he say? Oh, no, he was joking. He said, oh, because Dan Andrews told us to do it. I said, fucking Dan Andrews told you to do it. I think he was serious, actually. Anyway, I didn't want to go any further. But the best one, I was speaking to someone on my phone, and I sort of went out on the pavement away from everyone, and this guy came out. He actually parked his car right on the front. He came out from his haircut, and he wasn't wearing a mask. And I said, oh, good on you, mate, no mask. He said, oh, no. He pulls it out of his pocket. I said, oh, fuck. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I know what he said. Something to the effect that, oh, now that everything's open, I've got to wear it more than ever, because there's more risk. And I thought, are you fucking joking? This is the mentality of idiots. Because we're open now, He's going to wear it more often because there's more risk of the BS19 spreading. Oh, fuck it. But anyway, so that was my morning. Got my hair cut. Who knows what's going to happen in 6 months' time, but I'm just going to quickly read through here, and I'm going to show how smart these bastards are that are doing this scripted bullshit in Melbourne. Melbourne reopens, live updates, Victorian statewide lockdown lifts as pubs, hairdressers. You know, hairdressers have been closed, but yet millions of people can walk through Coles and Woolworths every day, and we never hear of anyone dying or, you know, getting this COVID shit in Coles and Woolworths when the numbers have obviously increased because that's the only place you can buy stuff with all retail closed. But you can't have a hairdresser, but you can have Coles and Woolworths and people walking past each other. But, you know, people can't see it. I mean, come on. So just quickly, reaction. Gives a shit going. We had the dinner, lunch, cafe, bar, whatever. Just living again. Oh, yeah. I just want time with my family. It's been so hard not to see my kids and siblings. Look at this clown here. Staying home and avoiding COVID. Ted, you are a fucking moron. Staying home and avoiding COVID. What, you hide under your bed, Ted? You hide under your bed? Did you hide under your bed all these other years when the flu was around? Oh, it's a fucking joke, isn't it? I'll get this one. Play On, Victoria. The state's first music show in months sells out in 2.5 minutes. Live music fans had to be quick to snap up tickets to Victoria's first gig for a number of months. What the fuck is Play On? How could you sell tickets within 2.5 minutes? It takes that long to make one friggin' call to Ticketek to book it. And you're telling me how many? 4,000 fans booked out in 2.5 minutes? What sort of shit is that? The tickets only available to fully Vaselinated punters were on sale for just under $30 and were gone in 2.5 minutes. So how did these people prove that they were fully Vaselinated? And get this. There he is, cockhead Andrews. Play On Melbourne has sold out in just 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The good news is there's still tickets available to shows right around regional Victoria featuring some of our state's greatest artists. So if you're in regional Victoria, there's your long weekend plans sorted. Get fucked, the last thing I want to do. Oh, he's making out like, you know, oh, it's all good now. But it's not. It's not. Customers threaten to withdraw business over Peninsula Hot Springs vaccination policy. Wow. Customers of Peninsula Hot Springs have threatened to walk away from the business over their adherence to the state government's vaccination policy. Owner has said some past customers have expressed dismay at the spa's strict adherence to the government's fully vaccinated policy as they open up booking this weekend. Blah, blah, blah. But we're not doctors or people that should have an opinion about vaccinations. Yeah, let's just do what the government tells you to do, you weak fucking pricks. He said the company would face even bigger problems if they allowed unvaccinated people to attend the facility. We're just overjoyed that we're back in business. Yeah, let's just hope you lose your business and no one turns up if that's your way of going things. Oh, look at these. Sitting outdoors having a fucking feed somewhere. Oh, how wonderful it is again. Shorten, don't want to talk about him. What are you looking forward to doing with your new freedoms? Are you hanging out for a swim at the pool? A trip to the zoo? Oh, fuck off. Oh, look at this. We got Be Kind to Yourself and Others. Sutton thanks Victoria. He thanks Victoria. You fucking piece of shit. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 tweets. I won't even bother reading them. Yeah, how wonderful you are, Victorians. I love you. From Brett Sutton. Double vax mandate stops cafe reopening. Oakley Bakehouse Kitchen has been looking forward to welcoming sit-down guests today. It was thwarted after the government issued a last-minute clarification that all hospitality staff must be fully vaccinated before venues can reopen from Friday. So obviously they weren't all fully vaccinated. And it's great news for those with Tasmanian connections. Borders are going to be open if you want to go to Tassie after December 15, but you must be fully vaccinated and have a negative COVID test within 72 hours of travel. Why do you need a COVID test with you've been fully vaccinated? I thought that's going to stop all that shit, but anyway, we know all about that. So I'll quickly read this one here. Melbourne's lockdown ends today. What are your new freedoms? It says here, on Friday, Melbourne will exit its sixth lockdown after 70% of people aged over 16 have received 2 doses of BS19. After 77 days of tough restrictions, students will return to class part-time. Fully vaccinated people will be able to get haircuts, even though I got one today without being vaccinated. And groups will be able to gather outdoors in larger numbers and have visitors in the homes. Pubs and restaurants will be open for limited numbers indoors and outdoors, while entertainment venues will be able to open up outdoors. Travel limit also eases, except for leaving Melbourne. What have we got? You can have visitors in your own home. Pubs. In Melbourne, pubs and restaurants can accept 20 fully vaccinated people indoors and 50 outdoors. Entertainment venues cannot host people indoors in Melbourne, but can host up to 50 vaccinated people outdoors. In regional Victoria, pubs, clubs and entertainment venues can have up to 30 people indoors. This increases to 150 indoors and 500 outdoors once 80% is reached, and I'll get to that in a second. In Melbourne, funerals and weddings can be held with 20 fully vaccinated people indoors and 50 outdoors. In regional Victoria, this is expanded to 30 indoors and 80%. Sorry, and 100 outdoors. This increases to 150 indoors and 500 outdoors. Huge increase at 80%. Community sport. This means outdoors and for only the minimum number required for training, while the rate is 70%. In the rest of Victoria, can return indoors for the minimum number of people required. Gyms, pools and saunas. When the fully vaccinated rate is 70%, 50 fully vaccinated people can do this outside. This expands to 150 indoors and 500 outdoors at 80. You can see this. They keep saying the 70, 80. So much better at 80. At 70%, indoor pools, saunas and steam rooms remain closed. So, see, there are a lot of things that are still closed, but they will open when it's 80%. So, haircuts. Hairdressers can have up to 5 fully vaccinated customers. No limit once 80 is reached. Again, travel. It says here until the 80% target is reached. Once again, retail. Still closed. That's the main thing. All retail is still closed except for outdoor service and click and collect. Retail is fully open once the 80% target is reached. Work. When the state hits 80%, people will still work from home if they can, but can go into offices if fully vaccinated. All of the 70% restrictions will be in place until the 80% target is reached. So what you got here all along, I sort of skipped through it. They have dangled the carrot at 70%, and they're sitting back saying, wow, you know, we've got the 70%, which we know is fucking probably only 35 at the most. So let's just give them a little bit, but just say, oh, okay, when it's 80, you'll have so much more. The teaser. So, you know, so much more. Oh, it's only 10%. What's that? Population of 6 million in Victoria. 500,000 people are supposedly going to get vaccinated in the next 2 weeks, because this has to be done before Melbourne Cup. Because, you know, we've got to have the Melbourne Cup. We've got to have people there, don't we? And apparently I've just heard that only 10,000 will be allowed, but they all have to be vaccinated. And then I think we got the Grand Prix. But anyway, so that's what it's all about. They dangle the carrot at 70. They know that they got that pretty easy, supposedly. Let's just keep going to 80. When we get to 80, they'll push to 90. It's amazing. I mean, go back a year and a half, or just over a year. There was a survey done online. Would you take the Vaseline? And 94% said no. 94% of people said no. So what's happened? We all of a sudden 70% have got the double dose. I mean, why have they changed their mind? Had they sort of thought that, you know, the Vaseline's good for you? Change of heart? Or have they been coerced into taking it because of their job, whatever? How can it switch over so much from 94% against to 70% for? And, you know, who knows? We've got supposedly single doses waiting to be double dosed in the next few weeks, but you know, you can't trust the figures. Like I said, it's probably 30%, but they're probably happy with 35%, to be honest. That'll make them really happy that they could stooge 35% of the population to die within a few years. But so there it is. Yeah, dangle the carrot, 70%. Make it much more appealing at 80%, and that'll get well, you know, I've got to say the normies, but the normies have been Vaselinated freaking as soon as this came out. The only people that haven't been Vaselinated, I keep saying that, are the people who know it's fucking, you know, bad for you. So I don't know how you're going to convince people who are firmly against it. 500,000 people in the next 2 weeks, but let's just see how it pans out.